Oh, I've seen this one before. It's so amazing. I really want this. It's so expensive though. Do I have the space? Should I order? Or should I not?
Yes, yes!
I guess.
Buy more. No, don't buy more. You already have so many plants. Buy more. You want them, you need them. There's so much empty space. Fill the void. But remember, you have an import coming. Why don't you just enjoy the plants you already have? Remember what Nietzsche says. Those who possess less are also less possessed.
Visa or PayPal? Now that's what I call express delivery. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another haul / unboxing video for you. I placed 3 orders: Leuca-Orchideen, Orchids and More, and Rölker-Orchideen. Okay, let's start off with Orchids and More. Every month they have new plants in, and actually twice a month. And I really like that because you always get some new plants and they have stuff that you don't really see anywhere else. Even sometimes in imports from Brazil or whatnot, you might not see these plants that readily. And also the prices are really good. So I love that. You can already see little leaves sitting there. Let's just pull, oh my god, the noise is horrible. So to preface this, I don't need more plants, but I want more plants. I recently participated in a care collab on Rupicolous Laelias, and that just made me realize that I really like them and I want more. And then Nina said she has like 200,000 of them. I'm like, I want that. It's so unfair. Why do people have things? I want it too. So yeah, I placed a small order. And I think this is already one of them. The little, oh my god, is that a sheath? Ooh, but I don't think this one has flower buds. But anyways, this is a really good sign because it means the plant is relatively mature. And I don't know which one this is. Oh no, they taped down a leaf as well. How could you? Orchids and More. Don't do that. This is Laelia sanguiloba. This is a really intense orangey red colored bloom. I've been lusting after this one for a while, so finally we have it here. And look, I think this is pretty much ready for a repot. They shipped it extremely dry. Oh, there's a new growth here on this side. I don't know if you can see this. But there's a new growth, so that's exciting. And this pseudobulb is really big. It's very plump. I like this, and it smells good as well. So no rot or anything. So Laelia sanguiloba. Then we have, oh, this one might be a cross. So don't judge me. Usually I buy more the Cattleya species, but there was a cross that was really interesting for me, and this one might actually be this cross. So let me just unwrap this, and then we can have a look at the name tag. Oh no, they taped down a root. Why would you do this? That's horrible. Gonna sue everyone. Class action lawsuit against the world. I don't remember ordering this. No, I don't think I ordered this. This is a Cattleya mossiae semialba. I mean, huh? That's confusing. No, I don't think I put this into the basket, but it's a nice plant. I like it. I do have a Cattleya mossiae cerulean. It's tiny. Why not? It has a new growth. Can you see it? Beautiful new growth. And it has kind of roots going everywhere. Seems a little shriveled, like this back bulb is a little shriveled. Have some pigmentation on it. It's a little wobbly as well. Well, nothing a repot can't fix, I guess. But no, wait, I placed this order for the sanguiloba and actually for the cross that I was really interested in. I mean, at this point, I think it's not class action lawsuit against the world, but the universe. But let's not escalate too quickly. Oh, there you go. This is the one I was talking about. It's Cattleya rex by alaorii, and this is really interesting because in an orchid talk that Stephen Van Campen-Lewis and William Green had, they were talking about how Cattleya alaorii is basically recessive for every trait it has except for being small. So that means whatever plant you cross it with, it breeds a tiny version of it. And since this is rex by alaorii, means this would ultimately look like a tiny rex. So this is really exciting for me. This plant looks pretty happy. Was this a bonus plant? The mossiae? I mean, I'm not gonna say no. I do love the mossiae with its floppy little elephant ears. I'll check the invoice. This is the rex by alaorii. You can see it has a new growth here, which is getting a little bigger than the previous one, so it's definitely progressing. Also, this one was shipped bone dry. I see roots, so that's a nice one. And then there's another one, Laelia marxiana. So I ordered this just for the name because I'm like, a communist orchid? Like, that's amazing. So this orchid is gonna revolutionize the way my orchids grow. It's gonna change the societal structures, and it's gonna bring a new era of growth and peace. So that's amazing. Laelia marxiana. Love that. You can see it has all of these more smaller growths on this side, and then here now it's starting to really make progress. I find it really interesting how when Cattleya types are young, they don't really have pseudobulbs per se, they're just like little bulges. But now it's really starting to grow up and produce real pseudobulbs, so that's nice. Okay, next up we have my order from Luca, and I think the first thing that I see here are pots. I really needed more pots because and what I was looking for is pots that actually don't have a rim like this, because I've noticed that as the roots grow, they sometimes get stuck here and then they either just go in circles and never go down into the media, or they kind of grow back up and out. And I don't like that because in my super dry environment, aerial roots are usually dead roots. On the website, it looked like they didn't have this rim here, but whatever. I feel like I have not found any pots online that don't have it. Maybe except for square pots, but then they were like a pack of 500 or so on eBay. So I'm like, then I have to fill 500 pots with plants. That's so stressful. No. Okay, pots in all different sizes. This is Lucas fertilizer. They have sent me several batches of this already, so I've never actually tried it because I'm still going through the one from Schwerter that I have. But yeah, I'll try it. And then actually the main reason for the order. This is bigger than I expected. It's another Rupicolous Laelia that I've really wanted. Yeah, let's just have a look. Ooh, this is a large one. This is, if I remember correctly, this is called Laelia longipes, longipes. I don't know. And I think Nina mentioned has a new name these days. Maybe I should have memorized that name to be like, you know, actually, this plant is now called Cattleya, which is much easier to pronounce than Laelia longipes. But I don't know if that's smart. Okay, as I feel like always for Luca, they're always freshly repotted and it's extremely wobbly, but yeah, Laelia. There is something holding it in, but not a lot. I think these are dead roots holding it in. Yes, they are. So this is something I've had with the last order of Rupicolous Laelias from them as well. It's just like, can you see this? Like, ugh. They also smell nasty, like, yeah. Anyways, has a new growth here, and I think most of the Rupicolous Laelias that I've gotten from them before bounced back fine. It's a little sad, you know, when you open the box and what you get is like a bunch of overcooked spaghetti. I'm like, ugh. Anyways, we have a new growth, which is probably going to be much smaller than anything else this plant has produced so far. But I'm not going to complain because the flower of this one is stunning. And also growing orchids. It's not about growing flowers. It's about the journey. I still like this plant though. And then, last but not least, this is my order from Rölke. And I really like Rölke for ordering bits and bobs that you need to grow plants. No invoices here. First thing I see here is Sphagnum moss. I really like their Sphagnum moss. I just bought 2 packs of it just to stock up. I don't want to say a big import coming from Brazil, but like there are things in the mail and so I want to be prepared. Hence the pots and media. And Rölke has pretty inexpensive Sphagnum moss. And also they have really nice bark. They have bark in different sizes, so they have, I think it goes from 1 to 5, and 1 is like really fine, almost like seedling bark granulated, and then this is kind of the next one up now that I got, which I think should be suitable for most plants. And then 3 is already pretty chunky, which is, I found it's a little dry for my environment. And then I also bought 5, which are like pieces this big. Not sure what I'm gonna use those for, but I just wanted to try them out. So what I really like about this bark is that it has a really nice, fresh, piney scent. So that means when you repot your plants, for several weeks actually, your house smells like a forest. And I really like this. So I don't know if you can see the grade of bark here. But this is kind of ideal for my growth conditions. Typically I will still mix in a little bit of moss. And I use this kind of for every plant I have, except for the Miltoniopsis, they get finer bark and more moss because they're thirsty. I hope I still have storage space for the bark. Anyways, let's embark on this journey. Because the other thing I like Rölke for is they have really cool young plants and seedlings. You know my opinion on seedlings, I love them. And so I ended up getting 2 little OrchiPacks because, you know, as I progress with my plants, I am really interested in trying to breed plants as well. 2 genera that I'm really interested in breeding are Tolumnias and, I mean, I guess 3. I also want to kind of read the Miltoniopsis maybe to see what I get, but especially I'm interested in Cattleyas. So I just got 2 little flasks of seedlings so I can practice with them. The first flask that I got is this one. Oh my god! Can you see this? This has been going through rough transit apparently. So this is Tolumnia NR Memralph Yagi by Katharina Snow. And this is what the parents look like. It's a Tolumnia. I can see chunks of agar flowing around, and I think there might be some contamination up here. Something moldy, so I think I would like to get these ones out of the flask as soon as possible. But I also don't want to shock them too much, so I'm probably gonna leave them like this for a day or so to get used to the lights I have. And then I would probably just open it partially a little bit so they can get used to the air I have, and then I might pot them up. But yeah, these are just tiny little cutesy Tolumnia plants. And then the next one I got is Cattleya luteola, which I'm really excited for as well. Oh damn, this is massive contamination, and the agar is turning into slime, so that's not a good sign. Anyways, can you see there are like these little tiny babies in here, and oh, there's a leak. Yeah, you can see this is like media juice. Oh, I don't even want to imagine what this must smell like. So yeah, I work in a lab environment, and so we grow bacteria on agar as well. Sometimes if you have contaminations on them, things can get really foul smelling. Anyways, these are just a few little plants here. You can see there's a little root growing. But yeah, so this is kind of a new project for me. I have unflasked plants before. That was, I think, Oncidium ciboleta, something like this. And I killed them. I don't know what happened, so sorry to admit. And I think I mentioned this in the seedling care video as well. So sometimes seedlings just die. There's nothing you can do. That's why I'm trying now with these ones, and let's see. I don't think I've really seen Tolumnia flasks readily available, which is why I grabbed them. They had other ones. I think they also had Ingrecums and so on. So if you're in Europe and you haven't ordered from Rölke yet, I'm like, what are you doing? Step up your game. That's where all the hot shit is. So yeah, this is my haul. Pots, plants. I have to check the invoice though for this mossiae. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, you know, free plant potentially. It's probably because I'm such a good customer. Yeah, but with that said, thanks a lot for stopping by. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Alaorii. Rex by alaorii. Who came up with this name?